Your face. What is the face?
That was me saying hi to the whole world.
They need it. They need a hi times 4.
Hi world times 4.
Hello world x4. Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
It's been a month and 2 days.
Has it really?
I looked at the last thumbnail and it was the 4. No, sorry. It's been 4 straight weeks. I lied. It's been 28 days.
Oh,
yeah. It doesn't even make sense. If you do it on Thursday every time, it has to be a multiple of 7. So
got it. Well, everybody's left now.
Yeah.
So we're going to reference that every time. We're just going to get real nerdy real early. All right, cut. That's it.
Multiples of 7.
We've had some involvement in this time last week in the past 20-ish days. What are they?
Really exciting. I'm guessing you're referring to the influx of subscribers and views.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. So welcome. I guess if we're still a few more weeks away from another podcast or another update, the previous video is up to like 130 some views or something along those lines, and we went from 4 subscribers to 10. So if we can just 2.5x our subscriber count between every video, boom,
we'll be solid.
We'll be billionaires by the end of the month. Yeah.
We're already millionaires with our 10 subscribers and 130 views.
Right.
So
right.
Get us to 1 billion.
It's crazy how much YouTube's willing to pay
wild.
you.
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't know why more people aren't doing this. Get 10 subscribers easy.
You know how many paychecks? It's just check after check. Every time I check the mailbox, it's just another check. It's like 2 in the morning. I check it at 2 in the morning, then I check it at 3, and there are 2 more paychecks in there. It's just like, how are they doing that?
Yeah, I don't get it. I still haven't seen any of it too. You've paid me about $10 or so.
Yeah. I pay you in incremental Bitcoin. And the micro amount. No, it's not lucrative. We've made $0 and have only invested money into it. So,
so
not recommended.
We're at negative $350, I think.
Yeah, I wish that was it.
Account for gear.
Yeah, I know.
It's more? Josh.
No. So for advertisements, that's correct. For the cost of all of the equipment and everything.
Yeah.
It's not.
That almost doesn't count. But
yeah, it almost doesn't count.
Yeah. It counts.
Well, welcome back. No,
welcome back. We're not.
Before we go in there, I've got one thing that I brought here that I'm surprising you with. Actually, you know it exists. It's not a complete surprise, but I'm surprising our subscribers. Are you ready?
I'm ready, but
I gotta take my headphones off. I know.
Okay. I do know about it. Dang, you are 3 episodes early for this though, sir.
I know I am. I know it's not hat day. I know that I won't wear. I swear to you, I will not wear it again until number 10.
It looks sharp.
I'm so excited about its existence that I couldn't wait.
Yeah, I dig it. Yeah, I've only seen like a photo of it, and it looks much better like live.
Thanks. I think.
How's the quality?
It's pretty long. It's actually really good. It's I think it's Under Armour.
Oh, all right. Are they the fitted ones? You can't hear me.
Yes. It's Flex Fit. It's not Under Armour, but it's like the Flex Fit ones that are a little bit tighter. Yeah. So if we want to continue to talk about the money we spent on the podcast, it continues to go up.
To be super clear, this is Josh's money. I have not put my own money, because if you haven't watched any, you know that I don't spend money on anything. So
I like that the only thing that everybody sees is just this last.
Yeah. Well, see, what will be cool is if we can get it. If I'm wearing one on the episode 10, it'll say this week on the other side. So
no, it'll say cool. Time week. I hope it won't say this.
Damn it! Or yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll say time week. Actually, cool. That'll be very cool. Okay, I'll ship you.
That was planned. Yeah, that was planned in the design. Yeah, yeah, good thinking.
That's the plan. That's why we look this way. Every comment I get is like, why don't you look right at the camera, or why don't you put the camera right in front of you? And actually,
it's because we're sitting in the same room looking at each other with different
obviously
colors. Yeah,
we just need different cameras.
Yeah.
Look it up. Okay, now I am prepared for my hypothetical.
Take the hat off. You're 3 episodes early. It's okay. You can keep it. I like it.
I knew you were going to be
It
upset.
breaks,
I knew that was
breaks
going to be the
tradition.
comment. It does.
It breaks tradition.
No,
though.
breaking tradition would be not wearing it on the 10th. The tradition was not, we don't wear hats until the every 5th episode. It is just on every 5th episode, we have to wear a hat.
So if I wear a hat all the time, it's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Cool.
Well,
noted.
People are more interested in watching because they don't see how bald I am. So, all right. My hypothetical, which I have written down on my glorious notepad here. You are required to live in one home, property, and location, and you're not allowed to leave the bounds of that property, home, or location. You don't have a budget. There's no max. So if you want to buy $1 million home, or a $10 million home, then so be it. But you're required to live there forever, and you could never leave the grounds of your property. What kind of location, where, and why? How would you strategize where you're going to pick this location that you're stuck to forever?
What's my acreage limitation? Is it boundless?
It is technically boundless, but it has to be a home that is on the market. You can't just say, okay, United States government, here's $40 trillion.
I was gonna make Wilshington. Okay, so I'm going to. Are you looking for state, or are you looking for more just like kind of what does the general property look like?
Yeah. I mean, maybe not state, like location wise. So I mean, you want your probably family to visit. So you're probably going to do something along those lines that's kind of nearer. State will suffice, but I also kind of want the property type. Like like what are you thinking? Like when
What's
I said
the
that,
landscape look like?
What is it?
And I can't leave it ever, so I can get like grocery delivery and all that.
You have to.
Yeah, all right. Because I have to live on it forever, this is not the type of property that I want in real life, by the way. It's a little bit. But because I have to live on it forever, I probably want some water mixed with a lot of land. So it's going to be a mix. I don't need a lot of water. It can be a lake. It doesn't have to be like, something huge or part of the ocean or anything. I don't need an ocean view. But I want a lot of property so that number one, I could like kind of grow my own food and store my own stuff and have a shop and build cool things. I want a little forest on there as well, so I can go paintballing with my homeboys. I've only gone paintballing one time. I'm not an avid fan or anything, but it sounds fun. I'm going to take up paintballing if I'm stuck here forever. And I basically want to be able to like develop it I also want some like flat land on there too, so I can like throw tennis courts,
Dude, you have thought about this.
I kind of have, because like my dream property is like between 5 and 10 acres anyway, where I could do some of this stuff. So I'm going to just like dial it up to 50 acres. And since I have to live here forever,
50 acres, location, Washington.
I don't know. Like, it doesn't have to be. I don't really care, honestly. Like, that maybe helps a little bit. It sounds like my property's super awesome, so I'm not really worried about people coming and visiting me. They're gonna want to come and visit because I've got everything.
So strategically far away, so people don't visit as like too frequently.
I mean, if I can't leave the property, I think I'm gonna want people to visit.
Okay, understood.
I don't have to have a place for cars or anything, though, it sounds like, anymore, other than people coming and visiting. So I don't need to. Actually, it might be kind of fun to have like a racetrack or something on there too. That would be kind of cool. So I could do my own, but that could be done with like 4-wheelers or something too. Yeah.
I'll say that like nobody else is restricted by the same. So like Taryn could go and go get groceries. So you still probably need one car. But
okay.
Would you?
Yours.
Well, hold on. Would you do it?
No. Sounds awful.
Yeah.
No. I mean, my typical response is like, does it limit my options? And in this case, it limits my options.
I feel like if there's anyone on planet Earth that would do it, it's you, because you hate to travel. You literally hate to do anything outside of your world of just like, I don't know, normal stuff. Like, do you even leave your house today?
I mean,
what do you leave your house for?
For lunch. I went and got lunch today.
Okay.
And I walked my dog. I mean, I don't I like.
But if you had 50
leaving and
acres,
doing
you could
stuff.
walk your dog in the
I mean, yeah, like that's the thing. Like, and if I
and
want it
lunch.
where I want the property so that like if my option is like it's like that I don't have to leave my property, that I have that option for me. That doesn't mean I won't ever not leave it. Like I would, I would still like to for some things, but
Got it. Um, I think I'd do like a ski resort.
oh, you want it to be snowy?
Not all the time.
Yeah, I mean, like you
Like
want to be in an area
a ski resort in
that gets snow.
Arizona.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Actually, it is.
Yeah.
Snow Bowl up in Flagstaff, as well as
There you go.
what's the other one? I can't think of it. It's a little further east of there. But yeah, they got a couple.
Oh, Snow Plate. Yeah, that place is nice.
Snow Bowl.
No. The other one's called Snow Plate.
Got it. I get it.
It's a little flatter.
I think it'd be somewhere along, or maybe in like Colorado or something, where you still get seasons. Have you ever been up a ski lift and stuff in like the beautiful summer?
That's the only time I've been on a ski lift is in the summer. Believe it or not.
Yeah, no,
It was really frightening. It was really frightening. I was so scared out of my mind. This is probably 10 years ago at this point, maybe longer. But
you don't ski or anything? You've never?
I've never skied or snowboarded.
We got to do that.
Don't hate me, but I have zero interest in it. Like I would go if somebody was doing it, but like it's just like not one of those things. Like I'd rather go like I like if I'm gonna spend my time doing it, I'd rather play like sports. Like I'd rather do like softball or basketball or something like that. Like that's more interesting to me.
Got it. Okay.
That doesn't mean like I would never do it.
We're gonna like I'm already planning it out. Like I'm distracted for the rest of this because I'm like mentally planning out when we're gonna go.
You're shopping out.
I'm gonna get you a snowboard.
On a snowball.
I'm gonna get you a this time last week snowboard, custom made.
We should give away a ski trip.
Ooh.
By the way, if you haven't watched before, Josh gave away a cruise.
I gave away a cruise to a viewer.
There were no takers. So he didn't actually give one to a viewer, but he was giving one away.
Yeah. So if that gives you a taste, if that gives you a taste of what's to come as a subscriber, and joining us live on these, it's
a big deal.
Cruises are on the table, and now snowboarding is too.
And I tried to claim the cruise, but I went to the wrong Twitch. Went to the wrong Twitch page. I didn't know our own. That's pretty bad. And so some random person on Twitch just got a message. Cruise, please.
Yeah. They're like, what? So yeah, if you're a commenter on the Twitch, could happen to you too. Okay. So not the best hypothetical. I don't think I would do it personally. But I think it's an interesting concept. Like I wish Disney World was for sale. I'd probably do that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That'd be legit. You could just, you could live there and not even realize that you weren't that you couldn't leave the property.
I don't know. I think you'd go insane.
I mean, at some point, yeah. But I'm saying like for Disney World, you could probably be on the Disney World property for like a full year and a half before you're like, oh wait, I can't leave this place.
People do that. People like hide in amusement parks to try and first of all, stay overnight, but also to live there. There's been a few stories of that.
Yeah.
Tom Sawyer Island. Didn't that have?
Yeah.
Wasn't there something like that?
There is a Tom Sawyer Island in Disneyland.
Ireland? Tom Sawyer Ireland.
Tom Sawyer Ireland. Yeah. That's where it's at.
Go ahead.
Look it up. No, we were talking about how difficult it would be to actually get away with staying on it. I think today, because the security in Disneyland and Disney World is out of control. It's incredible. It's the most advanced security of all time.
It's not.
It's not.
It's literally not. No,
it is
the most advanced security of all time.
Yes,
that would be using satellite technology to track
the amount of traffic that they have, the amount of people that's in there, and their ability to respond to any and everything is incredible.
Sure, it's definitely an entity.
I once wore a red shirt on the Grizzly River Run, and I'm giving myself away as the Grizzly River Bandit.
Your camera just failed. Oh, it's back. It's back.
All right. Yeah, I was on the Grizzly River run. They had red seat belts. I got up out of my seat and moved one seat over because the boat was leaning. And then they stopped the entire ride and said, "Guy in the shirt, don't make me do this again." And they just checked that I was wearing my seatbelt because they couldn't see it on the cameras.
Got it. I mean,
And then I killed a person and I got away with it.
I was going to say the red shirt thing. Like
I didn't.
If that's the most advanced security of all time, I think, I don't know, higher levels of security have been applied to. I don't know. I'm sorry.
I don't think you could stay on the property overnight. I don't think you could get away with it.
Now we got a new challenge. Let's bring it on. Okay, we can move into topics here.
Yeah, I need you to tell me about Squid Game. I have seen this, like, it must have came out like 2 weeks ago, right? And I think I only really saw stuff last week on Squid Game, and it came up as a reference at work. Somebody messaged it and made it. I was like, I don't even know what this is. And then like the next day, I saw it on Reddit multiple times, and no clue what it is.
You
Game
cannot
show?
escape it.
Is it a game show?
So, no, it is not a game show.
Okay, hold on. Before you tell me what it is, can I tell you what I think it is based on the knowledge that I have?
Yes. And should we preface one, spoilers, two? Am I allowed to spoil it for you?
Oh, well, I mean, maybe you already gave me a hint. Like this is already, yeah, you can spoil it for me.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Let me describe
Yeah,
what it is, and then you
yeah.
can tell me how
tell me what you
wrong I
think.
am.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's foreign from what I saw. I think I saw a single screenshot, and it looked like it was like Asian people wearing jumpsuits. That's what I saw. I think that's and so I'm gonna assume that it's some sort of Asian game show, and they are competing in the water, hence Squid Game, and there is a cash prize of $1 million.
No, not
Yeah.
very far off. Maybe on the concept. Well, no, definitely off on the concept. But there are games, and let me tell you this: we're 3 episodes in, so we don't have a picture of the exactly how things are going to flow yet, or what's going to end. But let me explain it like this. Also, your camera's not still, but your face and your body is just perfectly still. Like, it's crazy. Okay, never mind. Okay, so Squid Game is just it is a Korean show. It's strictly Korean. It's kind of a take on all of the debt that actually is in Korea. That's actually a really bad problem in Korea, where people just get into significant amounts of debt and have gambling problems and have just like general like gang oriented problems as well, and things things of that sort. We just got our first comment. Okay.
You win a cruise.
You do not win. You do not win a cruise.
You don't win a cruise.
But so but however, it follows one main guy who's actually insane. Like it's really hard for me to follow the guy because first of all, it's all dubbed. I would almost prefer to watch. Oh, there goes your camera. You'll have to switch.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Okay. So it's dubbed, and personally, I would prefer just reading subtitles versus like listening to the dub version of it, because like I'm just watching their face and their lips and like the way that their interaction and the languages just aren't close enough to each other to where it connects very well. They still dub it well, but it drives me a little crazy. However, none of that explains what it is. They are introduced. These people are at the very, very, very ends of like significant amounts of debt, to where they're like, you know, about to get their kidneys stolen from them and that sort of thing to try and repay their debts, where they're being forced into kind of contracts for debt related issues. So are you coming back? Are you still with me? Will? All right, so now I'm just going to talk literally by myself. Will, are you with me?
I'm with you. I don't. It's this is Discord is all messed up.
Okay.
But I'm still with you. I can hear you.
All right, perfect. And so they get offered, or not necessarily offered, but these folks get like these weird cryptic business cards that have the PlayStation symbols on them, pretty much. And they can call a number, and they call this number, and it connects them, and they commit to playing a game. There's like a guy who shows up that plays some other kind of game that's like a gambling game with them, ends up slapping this guy. It's a whole weird thing, but essentially they're offered this, like, will you commit to playing a game with us so that you can earn money? And so all these people commit. This guy shows up. It's like a borderline like concentration camp style of like beds and everything, where they all, like, when they get introduced, they get put in a van, they get gassed and fall asleep, and then they drive them to this like secret island that nobody knows anything about. And then they're all in this like one single room with hundreds and hundreds of people. And then they will, like the very first introduction to the game, they play red light, green light. Are you familiar with what that is?
I am familiar.
So it is, they have this
classic.
big giant animatronic doll with like these crazy laser eyes. And honestly, they have better security than Disney, I think. Where they're like, we play red light, green light. If you stop at the red light, you'll be eliminated. It's like, okay, well, you'll be eliminated. So they say green light, and they start to play the game where they're just like running towards the line, and they say red light, and she turns around and looks, and anybody who's moving gets shot and killed on the spot, who's part of this game. And so that's when it's like, oh, what? Like, it's just absolute chaos. And so then everybody starts moving in that first like episode, and they all start moving, and then everybody gets shot. And so like it kills like 100 of the 456 or however many people were in there in that very first round. And they continue to play red light, green light against the timer until, the few hundred people make it across the line, and they do it. So the whole concept is playing all these little kid games, but if you lose, you die.
Got it.
And
so
at the end of it, if you win all of these things, it's like a kind of battle royale style-ish. If you, like, whoever the winning group is, you split, it's like 23 billion won or something, which I think I did the math on it.
Like 850.
I think I did the math on it. It was like $30 million or something, like USD.
Damn.
And so, and obviously it would pay off all the debts, like so I'll tell you this, they have like all these little other rules and other stipulations that the different groups did. Not the different groups, but that they apply to the group, where it's like, if the majority doesn't want to play anymore, they can say, no, I don't want to play. And if the majority says no, then they just cancel everything. They let everybody go home. So there are some like bounds of rules that are allowed to be done, of like, if you don't want to be here, you don't have to. And that's what happens in like the second episode, where they all go back home. And then they try and reinvite them again. And some people are thinking about it, and they realize how miserable they are in their real lives in Korea. And they're like, you know what? I'll do it. Now that I understand the concept, I understand how it works. Let's make it happen. And so they bring like the big group of people back.
Interesting.
And then they play other games. And so I'm really interested in more games. Like they just did what we saw in episode 3 was wild.
So it's like a voluntary Hunger Games, sort of.
Yeah, sort of.
They could die.
Yeah. But it doesn't end with one person, I don't think. I think it's just a series of games. It might end with one person. I don't know.
My comparison to Hunger Games was just the fact that like your life's on the line.
Yeah, because like I think it's less palpable to sign up for it if like you're one of 400 that has to win. Like,
yeah,
I don't think that's fair. Yes, 100 million won per person. 40. Thank you for the correction, Roku. Appreciate you. Or not necessarily correction, but the
maybe it's 100 million won, like the 100 million like wins per person.
No, won is the currency in Korea.
Knows the winners, but won't spoil. So to be fair, you couldn't even spoil it for me, even if you wanted, because I haven't seen it. But but I appreciate you not spoiling it for Josh. Wait, so this is an ongoing show, like not even the whole series.
That could still be spoiled for you just because you haven't seen it. Actually, that's
Yeah, I mean,
specifically what spoiling is. Go
I'm
ahead.
just saying, like, I don't even like. You could tell me what it is, like who. You could tell me somebody won, and I'd be like, cool, like no clue. Like you could tell me the end of Game of Thrones as well, and I still like if I started watching it, if I don't think I'd be able to remember who was who, but
Yeah.
got it. So okay, so this is a series then that's like ongoing, like it's not concluded yet.
That's correct. No,
And
it's not correct. That's not correct. It's an 8.
The whole series is on.
Yeah, the whole thing. It's 8 episodes, I think.
Is this on Netflix?
Correct.
Okay, this is also why I haven't seen it too. We cycle our subscriptions, and we're out of the Netflix cycle right now. Yeah, sorry, I'm not as rich as you are, Josh. I don't waste.
It's literally $8 a month, dude.
Like, no, it's literally $12 a month.
Whatever.
and if I'm watching Hulu Live, which is $70 a month right now, which we kick up Hulu Live, I think in the month of I think it's this month through like January. That's a lot, and we don't ever I don't watch Netflix. Like I got Hulu Live, so.
There's also, I'm getting encouraged to bring up the big piggy bank that's part of Squid Games. So
tell me all about it.
Yeah, so there is a big piggy bank that inside of the little concentration camp style thing, that every single time they come back, that's where they like sleep and eat and food or whatever. Eat food and whatever. Yeah, just it's where they live. There's this big, massive.
Like food's like a verb. Yeah, I'm gonna go food.
I'm gonna go food. You know, I food last night. It was great. And it just has all the money in it. And whenever they shot all the money in it, all these like gambling addict, terrible, not terrible people, because we gamble. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But, these people who are just really debt stricken and not in a great place get to see all that money,
Yeah.
They get jonesing. That's cool.
Would I like it is the next question.
I think you would. I think it's, there's a reason it's got all the hype. It's good. Like, it's fun to watch. It's funny.
It sounds relatively original too,
funny,
which is kind of hard to do today, to make something.
I can tell you
original.
In Korea, they first of all, that's all they're talking about, but they're also kind of ashamed of it because it is actually exposing what is a genuine problem in Korea, and that is a significant amount of debt and people who are unable to pay it.
Yeah.
It's problems. It's a problem.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, that's Squid Game.
That's Squid Game.
There's also other concepts of like the people, whenever they come back, they try to like fight against it. They're trying to infiltrate and, be the big guys with the masks over their face and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm just getting into the weeds of that, so I don't know enough about to talk about it. But you should watch it. Also, especially because like 1 month of Hulu Live for you is like 5 months of Netflix. So
yeah, but the point is when you cycle it, right? Like when I have Hulu, I watch it. Like when I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, no, it's the smart way to do it, but it's just like so much effort, and I don't get it. But
yeah, it's not effort. It takes 5 minutes.
Got it.
To save hundreds, probably.
I want to know about.
Tell me what you want to know about.
I want to know about this weird ass movie that you brought up or you brought to this.
Yeah, so speaking of cycling subscriptions,
stop trying to transition.
Which I don't do with Amazon, to be fair, because I do Amazon Prime not for the like video content. I do it for the fast shipping. So there was this. I thought it was a show, to be fair, and it was being just like promoted at every angle. I think I even saw promos on it like on TV, and it was for The Voyeurs on Amazon. And I think the preview or the commercials. Again, I thought it was a show originally, and so I was like, oh, I'll check out one episode since they're hyping it up so much. And I keep saying like Dune's another one where like they've advertised the movie Dune so much that at this point I'm like, okay, it's starting to work on me because like I've seen so many damn commercials. Like I should probably check it out at this point, right? Because I'm annoyed of seeing it. So that was the case with The Voyeurs, and basically you could probably guess, but the premise of it is a couple moves into an apartment. they see across the street from them, they can like see into other people's apartment, and they're like banging all the time, and so therefore they start to like watch it and get obsessed. And I watched this again thinking I was on episode 1, and I got like maybe 45 minutes in, and I was like, this show should be almost over at this point, right? And I checked it, and I'm like a third of the way through. I was like, oh my god, are you kidding me? It's the stupidest show or stupidest movie I've ever seen. And it's basically like just like a softcore porno. Like it was like it was absolutely awful. Like I don't know why this show or this movie got all this hype. But have you even heard of it? Like
I've never heard of this. I have not been advertised this.
Amazon Prime.
No. I have no idea.
It's awful. I'm gonna say you should absolutely
like. What's I mean, I get the premise of voyeurism, but like, what's the punchline?
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out too. There isn't one. That's why this movie is so awful.
Got it.
The punchline is this girl that's in the relationship with her boyfriend gets obsessed with watching this couple. And I mean, I can spoil it. I don't mind spoiling it. Like, I'm not recommending that
Spoilers.
Anybody watch this movie. So I'm gonna, this is your official spoiler warning. So the girl gets obsessed with this dude. She ends up cheating on her boyfriend. The boyfriend finds out about her cheating on her boyfriend with the dude that she's watching across the street. Hangs himself.
Ooh. Like she hangs him, or he hangs himself?
He hangs himself. The boyfriend hangs himself when he finds out his lady has been that his lady cheated on him.
Yikes.
She goes into depression, obviously, because she blames herself because she cheated on him and he found out. Come to find out that he didn't hang himself. The couple across the street were setting this whole thing up. They knew that they were being watched. They owned the apartment that the couple was living in, and it was all part of this art piece that this guy was that he was doing. So when he goes to this art show, she finds out it was all about her, and then she figures out that like they ended up killing her boyfriend instead. One of the worst movies I've ever seen. It was pretty bad.
Did you ever watch You in one of your on-cycle Netflix?
I started that one. I started that. I saw, I think, 2 episodes of it on one of my flights somewhere, and it was okay. It was actually similar. I think I would say it was kind of similar in terms of weirdness.
If you're only into the first season and the first few episodes, stick with it. You is very, very good. And actually, I think the new season comes out like tomorrow or something. Like season 3 does.
I saw like 3 episodes and I kind of like lost interest.
No, stick to it. It's very good. It gets very good. It's intense.
Yeah. I like the guy. I thought the dude did a fantastic job, like in his role. Like he was like a perfect. He's like the guy that you would want in that role, right?
Yeah. Penn Badgley. Yeah.
Yeah. Penn Badgley. Couldn't have told you that. You could have offered me 8
literally
cruises. I wouldn't have guessed that in a year. Never. Yeah. You could have said the guy's name is Penn Badgley, and I was like, okay, that sounds like a great product. I'm gonna buy one.
I'll take 3 Penn Badgley and 1 food. Cool.
So skip the voyeurs.
Understood. Love it. Last topic. Real boring one. And every time I talk is when all the viewers go down. So I'll be quick. I don't have a way to segue this at all because it's so starkly different. I have a lawn. Do you have a lawn?
A small lawn, yes.
How do you what's your lawn routine?
My lawn routine.
How do you keep your grass from not getting weeds in it? How do you keep your flower beds from not getting weeds in it? How do you do you have like a sprinkler system? Like what's your process? Just real quick.
I would love, I don't have a sprinkler system. Our lawn's small enough where we can legitimately water the front in like one pass. Like I can just set a sprinkler up and it's like, and I can leave it on there for move on. I could set it up there for maybe like 30 minutes or so, and then it's watered.
Yep.
The backyard, I have to move it a few times, but it's still really not that big. And then weeds has never been a major problem because we basically just, if we see a weed in the lawn, like we ditch it, and it's pretty easy. Like it's an issue if you start with a lot of them because it's hard to like start.
Oh my God.
And it just rips it to shreds.
So we're on like 0.37 acres or something. And it is such, it is just such a pain in the ass. Like I cannot get it under control. And it drives me nuts. And I just bought $300 worth of sprinkler shit. Just a whole bunch of stuff, and I can't get it done. I still pay people to mow the lawn, and I pay them to like overseed it and to like fertilize it, as well as like a weed company to go out and get rid of the weeds. And I don't know what it is. I like quoted out some like full care lawn service. They wanted like $400 a month or something insane to
that.
Yeah, I used to pay less in rent than. Didn't pay.
Where the hell did you live?
It was with roommates in Florida. But yeah, no, it's I can't get it under control. I don't know what it is. I think like once you live, like I have a neighbor, dude does all this stuff on his own, and I only see him out like Saturdays for like half the day doing yard work. It's not he's not like constantly tending to it. He's not constantly watering it. He's not constantly doing anything. The guy's lawn looks absolutely wonderful. And I asked him like, what do you do? And he's like, I don't water it. I let the rain take care of it, and then I mow it every once in a while. I'm just like, my yard is a mess. It's patch city. I don't get it. Oh well, I'm just complaining, and I can't figure it out.
Yeah, like it's one of those things. Like if you got it kind of squared away, you'd probably find it's a lot easier to. Maintain it, right? Like if you just kind of got it set up the right way, but. And if you let your dog
Ollie does pee on it.
Burns it.
It does.
You could give your dog a pill so that it doesn't burn it, by the way.
That's pretty fucked up, if I'm being honest.
To give the dog a pill?
Yeah, specifically to keep your grass green. That's the most like first world country like
I think it's great
concept I've ever. I mean, sure, it's great, but it's just like I don't know. Somebody built a product around that dog pee kills grass.
Yeah.
It's just so weird. Like that's just one of those things that like the aliens figure out and they go, nah, they're done. We're just fucking blow the planet up. Like it's not.
That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Oh, these guys are making animals not kill their grass. That's weird.
I just wanted to complain.
There is a YouTube channel and it's called Ryan Knorr, Knorr Lawn Care.
I've tried, man. I've watched the lawn care YouTube channels. I subscribe.
He's so great. He's so great. Like this guy, and I think I've told you, I think I had you watch the trailer. He was like, yeah, I started off in music, and then my like he had dreams of basically being a lawn care specialist, but he started off in music, and then he lost his voice, and then he decided to pursue his real passion, which is lawn care. So good for him.
Got it.
It's a little opposite of the typical story, but it's pretty great.
That's wild.
Just like chicken bouillon.
Yes. Yeah. That's so. What I'm hearing
Ryan
is that
or lawn care and chicken bouillon.
Chicken bouillon is the key to lawn care. Yep. Understood.
That's it.
That's what we'll figure out.
That's what you give dogs so they don't burn your lawn.
Got it. Chicken bouillon. This next spring though, I'm committed. We're gonna do everything. I gotta remulch everything, and we'll go all out and making the lawn nice. And
I mean, you could spend the several $1,000s it is to put in irrigation system. And sod too. Yeah. Like honestly, if you did both, you would want to do both at the same time. But it's a worthy investment. It's also like a lot less daunting of a task and a lot easier to take care of your lawn too because you can water it regularly.
The first guy who I had it was like $30 a week to mow the lawn. I asked him, I'm like, so what should I do to take care of it? Like I just moved here. Like I'm from Arizona, where we have rocks for a lawn that are very easy to take care of. And I was like, so should I get like an irrigation system? He's like, no, only the nice houses have the irrigation system. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, only you're not going to find irrigation systems here.
Yes.
he was just like shitting on my house. Yeah. I mean, just do cornfields. I like that. It's probably harder to take care of and figure out, but you know.
It's probably not that bad. Yeah, I like it.
And
you can
I
monetize that too. Sell corn.
It's better than a fence.
Yeah. I like it.
Okay. The last topic I'm getting hyped up for. Again, just really bouncing around here. I don't really care. Vegas. Two things. One,
I've heard of it.
You're about to celebrate something. Are you willing to share what you're about to celebrate?
Yeah, why not?
Share it.
Who cares? I'm about to pay off my home, which is exciting. Been a goal for since we bought it, honestly.
That's kind of the general goal, right?
I mean, that's not really a goal for a lot of people, believe it or not.
Yeah. You still
some accept having accept having a mortgage, and I didn't,
That is honestly amazing.
It's exciting.
I'm envious. I'm curious what percentage of the population that's under 40 that has a home paid off. It's probably pretty low. So congrats.
we've established that I'm 57.
Oh, shit. Okay, under 60. There's still probably top 20 percentile.
Yeah. No, I'm excited about it. I'm mostly like, for me, it was it's not even necessarily like it's something that was like the best investment, especially towards the end. It is at the beginning, but it's not towards the end. At one point, it just became like bucket list item. So
yeah,
that's exciting.
That's crazy. I'm so proud of you. And
thank you.
To get your net worth back in the negative again, I am going to invite you on a 5-night trip to Las Vegas, staying at the Cosmopolitan.
Damn. I accept.
Okay, cool. November 11th through the 16th. That does eclipse a Thursday.
That's good.
And I'd love
to.
We could do it. We should do like a live fun podcast Thursday night.
Yeah. That would be cool.
We're gonna make that happen. So definitely tune in for that event. I don't know how I'm gonna make. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but we'll piece it together, I'm sure. And we
could make something on the weekend too if we want to like do kind of what we did before.
So what's your roulette like color?
I mean, it's either. You have to switch every single time. You have to do. I think you do 5 on black and then 5 on red.
Okay, so you're gonna put the entire house on black?
That'd be awesome. Can you imagine?
Let's do it.
Houses out of it.
Let's do it.
That would be so
Let's
awesome.
double the house.
Oh man.
My
just
whole
be the most disappointing thing losing that. Can you imagine? Oh man, just spent 6 years doing nothing but focusing on paying it down, and then it's gone.
What are the odds if you do like green, if you do a 0 or a 00?
It's 1 in 16. No.
Or what's the payout?
It's the same.
No,
it's
not
1 to 32.
double. Okay, so it's 32. 32 extra money.
Yeah.
You get 32 houses if it lands on 0.
Yeah, I can't remember if it's 1 in 32 or like 1 in 34. I can't remember. There might be 32 numbers and then an extra 2, but I can't remember what it is.
Just gonna make me Google it.
So,
35 to 1.
35. There it is.
That's 00.
Yeah. So, and that's the case with any one number though.
That's amazing.
That's why it's the same.
I'm excited.
So yeah, 35 to 1, 00. It'll be my first trip to Vegas. I've never been to Las Vegas before, which is probably not too big of a surprise.
It is not a surprise at all. I have there's a tiny little bit of me that worries that like there's a part of you that like is very
insane.
Yes, but I guess addictionable. What's somebody who's very prone to addictions?
Addiction.
Is there a word for that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Roku, help us with the word
personality.
For that. Yeah, addictive personality. Yeah, that's fair. I think that could be you, and you might be stuck in Vegas forever. And that could be like a tertiary goal of mine as well while we're there.
Is to unleash that side of me.
Yes. Dumb.
I don't
Got
think
it.
I have
That's
a particularly addictive personality. I have gone out of my way to avoid a lot of things that you could get addicted to, and gambling's not really one of them. With that all said,
you can get addicted to gambling. Are you trying to say you can't get addicted to gambling?
No. I'm saying gambling is the one that like I partake in. Like I typically try to avoid things that you could get addicted to. It's
the one I am addicted to.
And gambling is one that I haven't like actively tried to avoid. That all said, I hate losing money. Like, I mean, you're gonna
money. Lose your first $100, and that's gonna be the whole trip.
That won't I will say that 100% will not be. But like, the reason why this is good is because like, I'm okay. I'll be a little bit more okay losing money in Vegas now. Like now that I don't have to worry about a mortgage. So
okay, how much are you willing to lose?
I don't know. I don't know if I'll.
You should set thresholds.
Yeah, I'll figure that out before we go. But it's probably somewhere in the thousands, like
the tens of thousands.
Oh no, God no! Like I was thinking like 2.
I bring $3,000 with me when I go.
The reality is like I also do investing, and that's just like big boy gambling.
It's
the
gambling.
Same thing. Like you have to
Especially
be
like
comfortable losing that. Yeah. Oh yeah. F options. Hey, I made my first options trade yesterday that I came out positive on. I was like 150%.
Wow.
Given.
And this is the first time I'm hearing of it. I
just did it yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, did you actually sell?
I did sell. Yeah.
Okay, so like you're genuinely positive on it.
Genuinely positive. Yeah.
Even okay.
No, it wasn't much.
I am on the casino's payroll. Actually, this trip is it's a complimentary trip for me. So
he's really not inviting me to like something that like he's going out of his way to pay for, but he did pay for it at one point. You invested early to get this, so
I did. Well, to be fair, this will be the probably the only time they give me a complimentary stay of that value because I did have a significant spend when I was there last. I was only down $800 at the end of it. Which is very lucky. I was supposed to lose a few $1,000s and I only lost $800. They gave me that stay free, which was supposed to be $1,800, and then they're giving me a 5-night stay here. So I don't anticipate to put in nearly as much as I did in the last trip, especially with you. Like we'll be distracted. I think I'll be distracted. Yeah. Like boy, because just kind of walking around Vegas and stuff. No, we're not. Yikes. Yeah, distracted by hookers. That's inspired by Voyeur, the movie.
What an awful movie. You should watch it. It's really bad.
My complimentary stay was bring this guy who's about to pay off his house. That's how I swung it.
Yeah. No, it'll be fun. I've never been. I like want to go every year in December because like that's when they do like the rodeo, and so Darren's family always goes, and it would be cool to go December. So it does not work out well for my current job. So regardless, I'm excited to go before that timing. Should be fun.
Yeah. It is before. It should still be cool enough since it's kind of mid-November. Honestly, like high 70s. I was surprised that they even let me do that because typically they like do block out dates like. Where you can't go, but yeah, I'll get it booked tonight.
Can't wait.
Book your flights.
Can't wait.
I'm not paying for your flights.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Okay.
No, it'll be good times.
I'm excited to pull that on the podcast and piece that together. It'll be better than our last Vegas thing, and we need to think of this time next week for last week. That's beyond just putting in $100 in a slot machine. We should do something cooler.
$200.
$200, yeah. No, we do like craps.
Will they let us twice as good?
Can you record table games? Maybe there's a place you can.
Not.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe.
There's some poker places. Would you be interested in playing poker with me?
Yes, I was actually going to explicitly request that. Like, I don't think I've ever done casino poker before. I've done like just blackjack and other table games, but never poker.
Poker, so cool. It's intimidating as hell. I'll tell you, my first few times I ever played, I was like, it's just like you just get real shaky. It's weird. I don't know if you're prone to that, but it's very intimidating. But once you get it down and you get comfortable with it, and I'd say just fold often early. until you kind of figure out the way things work and then kind of get in there.
Yeah, like as long as it's like traditional, like I like all the
Texas
rules
Hold'em.
and most of the strategy, like I know that, so like that part won't be super.
It will
concerned.
completely disappear from your brain when you sit down at the table.
Yeah,
At least it's what happened to me the first.
yeah, it might.
Yeah,
it's possible, but
it's all good.
Yeah,
should be fun. Let's do it. We'll play at the Bellagio.
Let's do it.
Cosmopolitan doesn't have a poker table, but Bellagio is a short walk away.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of burning money, and actually on the opposite end of that, I want to talk about your top 2 lucrative investments that you've ever made over your entire life. And I want you to tell me what your top 2 are.
All right. Well, I mean, we've already talked about it, but like my house is literally the like financial best one. It's a boring
literally
answer,
stole mine.
but it's true. It's it's damn near doubled. Like that's legit. And I don't think there's really another answer that comes to mind immediately.
Back to lawn care. Sorry, go ahead.
Back to lawn care. That's it. You're up next.
Oh, okay. We're gonna do 1 and 1.
Yeah.
So I'll try to think of another one because I was also going to say the house. That wasn't going to be my first one, but yeah. My first one is travel hacking. Do you know what I mean when I say that?
Yeah,
Familiar
I think
with the
so.
concept? I guess I've talked with you about it a lot.
Yeah, it's like your number one obsession.
It is.
Which I would argue, like you could call it an investment. Like I think we'd establish that investment doesn't have to be like of monetary value, but if it's something you were going to do anyway, then yes, I agree. But go ahead and describe what you do. It's pretty
it's definitely time investment. So yeah, there's a few different blogs and places of tracking or that like kind of do valuations and different things that are good value that are actually very helpful for this. But just figuring out credit cards that offer the most perks, where you balance, the yearly fee against all of the different things that you can maximize. So whether it's getting extra points for spending it on dining and travel versus like a hotel specific one that gives you extra elite benefits, or a airline specific one that gives you other additional benefits that are like checked bags or priority consideration or like lounge access and so on. So I have my like main 3 in my arsenal, which is the Chase Sapphire Reserve, the American Airlines one, and then there's like an Amex one by Marriott, and all of those do all 3 of those things because I committed to those. Obviously travel for work a little bit, and I committed to those platforms for travel, and they've been incredibly lucrative. I'll tell you that prior to this, I think earlier in the week, I took a look at the Chase one. I've earned over, I think, $2,800 this year in benefits against the $450 a year cost of the card.
As long as I spent over $50,000 per month.
It wasn't $50,000. I just had to spend $20,000 in lawn care.
Right.
No, actually, a 15% cash back on lawn care would be great. I do have the Amazon one, which is like 5% back in points, which is very
that's one I've got too.
Helpful.
That one's good, especially like if you regularly shop on Amazon.
Yeah, but you have to stay ahead of it. Like obviously, you pay it off. I don't even run a balance on it because it actually does affect your credit score. So like I will plan out paying it off before the statement closure date so that it won't even close the statement with a balance. Like I set my time, like my calendar up to do that. And then I will.
That's like the only way. Like that's almost like a good investment advice anyway. Of like, use your credit cards as a debit card, basically.
Yes, 100%. At Chase, where you at? Yeah, a lot of the product is Chase. I got a couple from them, but honestly, also diversifying like between the brands too. Yes, I use Chase, but Amex is helpful. And because if you bounce around to different ones, I also have a catch-all card that is 2.5% cash back on everything, which is very rare.
That's really
like 1.8 is like the highest I've ever seen. This was like I got just sent in the mail one time randomly an offer for it, and I was like, this is too good to be true. There's nothing. There's something that they're no. It has no annual fee, and it's 2.5% cash back on absolutely everything, which is a fantastic catch-all card. It's actually made by a company called Allo, which isn't even a high creditor lending company. I had to search. I remember search on Reddit, like, is this a legit thing? And there were a few people who were like, yeah, this is random. They're only randomly sending out to a few people, and proved out to be great.
Yeah. That's a good one. So related topic then, what's your credit card number?
Here, let me
You can type it into the chat.
No, I won't be doing that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I will say, yeah, like travel benefits are not a thing that like entice me at all, but like it is kind of awesome. Like, yeah, like the stuff that you kind of get is pretty cool, especially when you like are legitimately spending the time to kind of figure out the best way to do it. Like it is pretty, like if that's kind of the lifestyle, then like I would be doing the exact same thing. Like it's a different version of pinching pennies. Just you also do have to like travel to do it. So
shut up about that. I appreciate you being in the chat, Roku. Thank you.
It's great.
It's good.
It's giving me a good giggle every 5 seconds. My second one is Back to the Future Legos. I may have shown you them before. This is legit. So there was a Back to the Future Lego set that came out in 2013, and I bought 9 sets of them for I think average of $32.50 a piece. And I bought 9 sets because I looked at this. It was Kusu at the time was what it was called, but now they're called like Lego Ideas. So that means it's like a limited run thing that they do. And I was like, I think this is going to be worth some money. And I still have them. I said 2013, so it's been 8 years, and they're worth like they go like you can get them on Amazon for like 230. I saw them go up to 300 at one point, and then they average on eBay for about the same, for like in the 250 range. So
okay, it's pretty messed up.
I don't think it was at all.
Are you so similar to the options? Like the longevity of this, you think it's just up and up and up? You think it's all up and to the right?
It is flatlined in the last like 3 years. Like it got to like kind of where it's at, and it's pretty much just stayed at like the 230.
Yeah, nobody talks about Back to the Future anymore.
I disagree. Back to the Future is great. Well, so here's the thing: when one of the Back to the Future actors dies, rest in peace. I'm not wishing that upon anybody. When they do, oh yeah, I'm gonna cash in hard.
Okay. I like it. Actually, Star Trek stuff's probably getting expensive right now.
Star Trek?
Yeah.
Oh,
are you familiar?
Because he went to space.
Yeah, Billy McShatner.
Yeah.
He.
They don't make Star Trek Legos though.
They don't?
I don't think so. I've never seen a set.
I guess it must
Star
be like
Wars. They have.
Oh, Star Wars. What's the difference between Star Wars and Star Trek?
Okay, get real.
My number 2, like I can't think of anything else. It's this house. We'll go over it quickly. It's gone up 18% in value since I bought it in January.
Yeah, you haven't even had it a freaking
literally
year yet.
9 months, and it's up 18%, which is insane. So,
there's people out there that will say that renting is better because you can invest the difference, and they're wrong. I will tell you right now, you people are wrong. Whoever you are,
you're wrong right now. Sorry, wife. Yes, I don't want to call my wife an investment. Sorry, Roku. It's just it's weird, but it should be number 1 if
people.
Yeah. Okay. You don't invest.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to hop into. Well, it's kind of awkward, not necessarily awkward, but like a different news story process.
It's awkward because I didn't do it, so it's going to be low quality.
Wow.
I'm joking. That's like the worst thing to say.
Fired.
Like I just didn't do it. I'm kidding. I'm actually excited for it.
This isn't necessarily anything to react to. I didn't find anything riveting, but in relation to Vegas, we won't see this while we're there because it doesn't launch until 2023. But there's just something that's there that's really cool that they're building, and I'm really excited about it. All right, next topic. No. Here, let me pull up some share stuff here. Is this the correct one? It is. Okay, so this is just a news segment on something that's called the MSG sphere. So it's just made
Madison
from
Square Garden?
Monosodium
glutamate?
I was going to say monosodium glutamate. I was going to say it's made of the stuff they put in your Chinese food to keep it preserved. It's not made of that, and I don't know what it stands for. But actually, Madison Square Garden is. Also, how did you know monosodium glutamate or whatever? Were you searching acronyms, or did you just know that offhand?
No, I know it offhand.
That's
I thought it was common knowledge, to be honest.
No, that's weird.
Monosodium glutamate? Is it? I don't think so.
I mean, I know what MSG is, but to just know what it stands for is kind of weird. What does DNA stand for?
I don't know.
Isn't it like dio?
Oh, I actually do know it.
It is something acid.
Oh, if it's acid, I don't know it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. So this is just a fun little news segment on the sphere. You ready? You should be able to hear it now.
Afternoon. He's here now, fired up to tell us all about it. Doug.
Oh, Micah and Cher.
Can I just say that I love local news, like little segments?
That energy is great.
It's great. I wish I had that energy.
This is going to be the best.
I mean, they get more views than we do, so okay.
What I experienced, words can't describe, and the renderings you're about to see won't do it justice. But MSG Sphere is so unbelievable, all day I couldn't stop talking about it, so I had to do a story on it tonight.
Hold on. Can you watch his face for me?
I was watching it the whole time, but
okay, I know, but his face when he was really excited.
Had to do a story on it tonight.
New Year's Eve 2020. That would be the ideal date to kick off the very first show at MSG Sphere. Just imagine a highly sensory act like U2.
Can we just...
We're about to get a copyright strike. U2 comes after you hard.
Do they?
I don't know. Seem like they would.
All right. Well, if it's live, then maybe it doesn't hurt us.
Yeah.
Or even Muse.
Muse. They come after you hard.
Yeah. I don't think Muse does.
In an 18,000 seat visual venue like no other.
Dang it. So, the concept here. Are you following what the concept is so far?
Space.
No, I'll continue.
Concerts.
Flying into Las Vegas? This is what you'll see.
Interesting.
Or something like it, as MSG Sphere will have a fully programmable exterior.
So they're basically gonna project something on this sphere to make it look cool. That's
on the
pretty
outside,
awesome,
yes.
Looks like a giant. They could put a big snow globe in the middle of it. That's cool.
They should. I bet. Like they'll do like Christmas tree stuff for Christmas.
Inside, it's sensory overload. The screen is the venue. 100 times better quality than HD. To put it in comparison, a typical IMAX screen is 4,000 square feet. MSG Sphere, 170,000. And the sound is too sophisticated to believe. Hanging speakers? There aren't any. With Holoplot's beam-forming technology, what you hear in the front row, you hear the very same in the last row.
So here's where it really blows your mind. I was at a demo today. If I stood here, I heard sound in English. If I stood over here, only a few feet away, I heard it in German, with no bleeding whatsoever.
Bleeding? Is that a function of the German language?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Nobody stabbed me at all when I went over here.
Last time I was at a German concert, they brought the knives out. I didn't have to bleed at all.
Factor that along with a floor that moves to the visuals and the smell of cookies or fresh cut grass in the air. Groundbreaking
I need the grass. Sorry.
for Las Vegas is scheduled for this summer. Then MSG Sphere London shortly after.
Told you. MSG Sphere is projected to open 2020 in Las Vegas.
2020 in Las Vegas.
That is actually pretty awesome though. Like the tech that goes into that is pretty sweet.
Yeah. You know, it's how he said 2020. It is
I thought you said 2023.
No, he said 2020
Oh.
at the time, and now it's 2023. It's 3
I
years
see.
delayed.
I see.
Probably COVID.
God, what are they
related,
doing?
but I don't know. Concept wise, I think it's really cool. I think that would be a very. You'd have to
legit.
procure the concert around the concept, though. I wouldn't want like a hodgepodge. Oh, we're just going to randomly have this band here and play like random stuff. I would want kind of like IMAX, right? Like when something's filmed, it's filmed for IMAX, or it can be. And those things that are filmed for IMAX, like are built around that experience, like the Batman movies and whatever. That's like the Dark Knight. Amazing. I remember. Yeah, and they look great.
You can see the difference even at home. I realized.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead.
Yeah, so I would want to go to an event that is designed around that experience. I think it's cool.
For sure. No, it is. That's like the tech that's in there too. It's like they said they could do like smells and stuff too, right? Like, depending on where you're at. That's
like Soarin'.
Disneyland does that. Like they've
Epcot,
got their smell technology. But no, it's pretty cool. Like it would be cool as like a giant snow globe in the middle, like just randomly in the day when it's night there. That's pretty sweet. That should have been like its own topic. That was cool.
Yeah, I know. I think I talked about it at one point. No,
did you? No, I don't remember.
I don't know. I had reminiscing. Maybe that was a random somebody else or something. My other podcast.
Oh yeah.
This other time, that other week is the.
This time after the previous week.
Yep.
No, pretty sweet. I'm disappointed. I'm guessing we'll see the construction of it though. Yeah.
Yeah, it's there. You can definitely see it. It's on the, I think it's the north end of the strip. Like it's closer to the Venetian and whatnot. Not that you have any idea what that means, but
yeah, no, north of Venetian for sure. Yeah.
We'll walk the strip. It'll be fun.
By Pawn Stars.
It's a blast. Yeah. It's like the movie Voyeur, but in real life.
Yeah, I love it. I can't wait. Oh yeah, I can't make it all of a sudden. I forgot. Something came up.
Are you actually on the topic of Vegas? I know your hypotheticals next, but what are you gonna go there with a completely open mind, or do you have something dead set that you want to do while you're there?
I want to go, and I absolutely want to go see Frank Sinatra and his group of people that are singing.
There is no Frank Sinatra.
Yes, there is. It's a tribute band.
Oh, a tribute band. Got it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Frank Sinatra's not there.
Yeah, remember I called.
I know. I remember the callback.
And you never went. And so I want to go see that.
For real though.
I would like to. So my mom is the one that like went there first, and she went on the New York roller coaster. I want to do that. I think that would be cool. I don't have a whole lot of other stuff. I know there's kind of like unique. I think there's a Coke store that like I remember them going to. I think that would be cool to see. But I'm kind of open to do whatever. Like I don't. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Like
I'm bringing a 14-year-old with to Vegas. I want to go on the roller coaster and go to the Coke store.
Absolutely. Well, to be fair, I probably was 14 when she told me, and I was like, that stuff sounds fun. So it would be a shame to not do that stuff, because that is like the stuff, like that's the first things I know of Vegas outside of like gambling, So, but yeah.
So you want to go to the you want to go to the M&M store.
I could skip the M&M store. Actually, they probably have crispy M&Ms there, though. Those are good.
Ooh. I think they have literally every type of M&M. There is a place.
I would imagine.
Well, everything's like alcohol centric, and I know you're not into that, but
yeah.
There's a candy store where on the second floor they do like candy oriented drinks, like alcoholic drinks, where it's like they'll give you like gummy bears, but they're shots. It's like a Jello shot, but a gummy bear. And they have like these like massive drinks built around just sugar. It's awful. It's horrible, and it's so cool.
I mean, I'm down to go. I just won't drink any, but also thanks for having my back for Vegas shaming.
Oh, he will absolutely get Vegas shamed. Honestly, by the end of it, Will's probably gonna hate me because I'm just gonna be like lit the whole time, and I'm just kidding.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I'll say this: I can't hate you any more than I hate you right now.
All right, the challenge is on.
No, I think it'll be cool. I'm kind of down for whatever. I don't know if like Penn and Teller's a thing. I would see a Penn and Teller show.
You're gonna see a show?
I'd do, yeah. Like I like magic. Like it's stupid, I realize, but like it's impressive to me.
I'm bringing a child.
Yeah.
You're
You're telling me you wouldn't
show?
go to a magic show? You're
100%. That was the first thing I did the first time we went to Vegas.
Yeah, like the dedication for a magician is out of control. Like I have so much respect for magicians.
We'll go see a magician.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's like you're like, how's Vegas? Yeah, I lost $4,000. Oh yeah, what'd you gamble on? No, I went to magic shows. I bought M&Ms.
600 magicians.
I went on this roller coaster 30 times.
Went balls out at the Coke store.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I think it'll be cool. But yeah, like that's the stuff like outside of gambling. Like I just want to at least, spend 10 minutes doing. So.
I'll tell you, when you're in Cosmopolitan, that is a very like adult oriented hotel. So just be prepared to like, or just, I guess, be open-minded, because it's not Disney World.
You walk in and they blow you.
Yeah, pretty much. No, that's not quite, but it is definitely it's adult Disney World.
Blow you away. I blow you away.
Yeah,
that's what I meant.
That's what it is. Okay, run me through your hypothetical, my guy.
All right. This is kind of a two-parter, a little bit, because I think the answers can change, and it might even be a four-parter. We'll find out. Okay. So you are given the opportunity to choose between getting $1,000, $10,000, or $100,000.
$100,000.
All right. We'll move on to the last segment then. The catch is there's 9 other people in addition to you also making that decision. The amount with the least amount of votes and the people that select those amounts will all get paid out. The rest will not. Which one do you choose? 1,000, 10,000, 100,000.
It's pretty straightforward. So I don't think I have to ask any clarifying questions. But see, everybody might choose 100,000, but you are risking it. I think everybody might choose the middle one, because it's like double, triple, reverse psychology. I would choose 1,000.
The 1,000.
Yep.
Interesting.
Because nobody else will.
Okay. Well, so I'm not going to go with the follow-up then, because the follow-up question was going to be, what would you choose in order, like, to make the most money? Because like my original thought was like, maybe the 1,000 isn't tempting, so you're like, you know what, I'm gonna go for the 100,000, because like I don't really care if I don't get anything, and it's worth.
That's
the
what
risk.
Roku said. Yeah.
And that's so then that's what I'm gonna make. Like the secondary question is like, okay, now you have to be like, which one do you think will genuinely net you the most money? So now you're not going with what's the worth. You're going with like, let's say you get $100,000 if you pick the right answer at this point.
1,000.
Yeah. Roku, what's your answer on that one? Basically, you get 100K, you just have to pick the right number. But you're the only one that knows this. Nobody else does. I think it's probably 1,000.
It's gotta be.
If
you're the only one who knows it, it's gotta be 1,000.
Yeah. If everybody there's no ties. So if everybody chooses this, no, I guess that would be the lowest though. Yeah, if everybody chooses, so they can't do that, because then if everybody knows that, then it's no good. If everybody chooses, like, there are no ties whatsoever, so you have to pick the lowest.
So if everybody picks, but if all 10 people pick 100,000, do they all get 100,000?
No, because there's no ties.
That's not a tie.
That's
still
a
the
10-way
lowest.
tie. No, that's a 10-way tie.
But if 5 people did 100,000 and 5 people did 10,000,
then nobody gets
any money.
Mm-hmm. Then you should have been the guy that picked 1,000.
Yeah, 100,000. I guess I understand the reason for it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think Roku understood the second part, because you're offering $100,000 if you just choose the correct answer.
Choose the right answer.
The one where you would win.
Yeah.
Which I think would be 1,000.
Yeah, I don't know the answer. So what this really is panning out to is I'm going to ask this to 10 people, and then I'm going to say, hey, let's all throw on $100 to this, and then I know what everybody's answer is on top of that, so I can win. So smart.
Until you don't, but yes. Okay.
This is the part I'm actually most excited for.
I'm excited for this part too. This part as well. Fun fact. We have letters. We hand wrote letters to each other.
From each other.
If you were one of the lucky 130 viewers that viewed episode 6, you should know what we're about to do. So we are about to do the This Time Last Week segment. And that is going over what is called our last week predictions. That is a lie. But these will be the 4 week ago predictions. Those were separate letters, Roku. We won't disclose those here because they were personal. But I have in my hands.
Plus, the one I wrote to Josh's mom is not appropriate for the internet.
Yeah, no, it's. We'll cover that later. I love what you wrote on the back of this. Let's see if it'll.
I don't remember what I wrote. Oh, yeah.
Check out the This Time Last Week podcast on YouTube. Like somebody in the mail sorting center was like,
the mailman.
Maybe that's our 100+ viewers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how dare you? Like they might have checked it out. Like they might have been our subscriber.
Woo. All right. So this has
You
in
opening?
it. I'm not opening yet. I'd like you to recap what we did.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to recap it?
I would like you to recap what we did. Yes.
I got it. I think you cut out for a half second.
Okay.
So there were 3 different things that we did. So that's what should be in this envelope. Number 1 is going to be our game of rock, paper, scissors. So I think we drew it, right? It's been a month, so I can't remember. I think we drew rock, paper, or scissors.
Correct. That's a game.
So we're gonna play an actual game, and whoever wins that wins a point. If we tie, no points are awarded. The second one was to draw a fruit.
I'm curious if we should be writing out what fruit we think the other person drew.
We need to guess that, yeah,
okay.
at some point. Yeah, we're good. We haven't opened them yet. So The next one, so we each drew a fruit. We're gonna guess what the other person drew. And we'll do that right here, right now. Mm-hmm. And then the last one was to pick a number between 1 and 10. And the closest gets 1, and it gets 1 point. And if you get it exact, you get 3 points.
Okay.
So before we do rock, paper, scissors, let's get our votes in on the fruits that we think that we drew.
Yeah, I'm writing it in here now.
I do not believe that you drew a complicated fruit. I think you drew a stupid, simple fruit, thinking I was going to guess a more complicated fruit.
I honestly have no clue what I wrote. I do not remember
what you drew.
What I drew.
I don't either.
I don't have a fucking clue, dude.
That's kind of awesome without remembering. So my guess, I'll come up with my guess, and then you come up with yours, and we'll kind of say them at the same time.
Yeah, I just wrote my guess in the document.
Oh, got it. All right, I'm gonna guess banana.
Okay. I incorrectly spelled cantaloupe.
All right, so you're guessing that I drew a cantaloupe. I'm guessing you drew a banana. Let's figure out the numbers.
I think your number was 8.
Yeah, see, and I think your number was 3.
Okay. And we're saying the closest to that is 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
And if we get it exact, the person gets 3 points.
Correct.
For the number.
Yes.
And then the fruit, if you're correct, it's 3 points. There's no give or take. You just have to be correct. And then whoever wins rock, paper, scissors gets 1 point.
Yes.
So maximum point count of 7.
7 points up for grabs right now. What is our current point count that we're actually at? Do you have it?
It is 6 to 3, which
and
I think is right here.
Hard.
Yes.
Yeah. Dear Lord, I need these 7 points. I could take a commanding lead right now.
You could.
things go my way.
And I will not be updating the slide because I don't know the
Yeah,
answer.
we don't know the answers. There's too many combinations.
All
right, I'm ready.
Hold on. Roku thinks we both drew an orange. So he thinks there's an orange in there somewhere. And then he didn't say a number. So he just said he has past due bills, which is unrelated. Okay.
Opening.
And we're going to start with rock, paper, scissors. Da, 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 da,
So I
da,
did
da.
mine on 3 different things. Oh, I think you did too.
I also did mine on 3 different things. Ooh, you have index cards.
Yeah.
Who
they're
has
all color
index
coordinated.
cards?
Me.
Wow.
Doing pretty well.
That sounds
Doing pretty
organized
well.
as shit.
Yeah.
Roku played
All right.
paper.
I've found your rock paper scissors entry. You gonna hold it up to the camera?
Yes. And
Now keep in mind, whatever you show is my entry. So
correct.
It's the reverse.
Okay. Ready?
Ready?
Boom.
I have scissors.
I have paper.
Scissors. I don't think you can see it. It's
can't.
too thin. I could swear that it's scissors.
Boom. I beat both you and Roku. I had scissors.
Dang it.
Josh wins.
Well, that's 1 point. Enjoy your 1 point, stupid.
Thank you. That's probably going to be the only point that's offered through this whole thing because I don't. Well, I
there
guess
will be points
closest.
at the last.
Closest,
the last
yeah.
one, there will be, unless we get it exact, then we neither of us get a point.
All right.
All right, next is a fruit. So I think you drew a banana, and
Okay.
you think I drew a cantaloupe.
Correct.
And I think we both drew
We
apples.
both drew apples. What
Again,
is
you
what
can't
is the
see
point
mine.
for that?
I don't know. That's pretty incredible, though. God, why won't mine? Oh,
Your
there we go.
camera is
It's
so much
kinda
better
coming
than mine too.
through. I know. I think it's just, there we go. It's just so thin that it's getting washed
Another
out.
rock for me.
Wow. How about that? 2 apples. All right. Well, no points are
No
awarded
points.
there.
And neither was an orange. So
All right. So I think this is impressive if I remember what I wrote. We had to pick a number between 1 and 10.
mm-hmm.
You think I wrote an 8, and I think you wrote a 3. So I think, if I remember, I wrote 10, right?
You wrote 10.
Yeah, and you wrote 1, so you went extreme. Both of us went extremes.
We did both go extreme.
And
we're both
I'm
off by 2.
away, and you're 2 away. That's wild.
That
to
is
me.
wild.
Like, that is like, there are no points awarded because we
No,
were
our brain
the
was
same
in the
away.
same. Maybe I was correct.
That's-
This was a 1-point game that could have been worth
That
7.
is wild.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Whew. Well, I'm glad to still be ahead.
Yeah.
It's now 7-3.
That sucks.
I mean, it doesn't.
I'm still blown away that, like, yeah, that's insane.
That was a fun little thing. Other than
That was. I kinda
that's
wanna do that
actually
again.
add that to the amount of money we spent on postage.
50 cents. I'm still
Not
spending
cheap.
50 cents. I'm still spending 50 cents on stamps because I went buck wild 2 years ago at Costco when they had them they were selling the sheets of them, and I was like, we're spending $150 on stamps now because it's going up 10%. So
There you
still
go.
living that investment.
The corner of the
lucrative
stamp
investment.
that marks this, it just says "thinking of you."
Aw.
But like, the person who stamped, like when they stamped this over the stamp so that I can't use it anymore, is thinking of me. Like
I think it's very
who
nice.
thought of that?
Well, they probably saw the message on the back. And
They
they're
didn't think
like,
of
"Oh,
that.
I'm
They were
thinking
thinking of
this."
me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
That being said,
We need
we need to
figure out
establish
what we're talking about this time next week.
what our this time next week is.
So we talked about investments that we've made, lucrative investments. So we're going to do a version of what we've kind of done in the past with our $100 in Vegas. We're going to do $50 on any and everything. So $50 we're going to invest tomorrow. By end of day tomorrow, we'll have invested something, and we will check and see where it's at by I think let's go with 5:00 on next Thursday. And you can put that $50 anywhere, and we'll see who made more money.
Oh, it's more money.
Yeah.
So I can't put $50 into my lawn and have greener grass and say that I won.
You'll lose. But yeah, you could do that. You should. That's a good one. Yeah, I think you should do that.
Okay.
I think the ideal is like the easiest that's easy that you can quantify will be like, a stock or something like that. Cause like it has to be money at the end of it, like you can't just like put $50 into like to a set of Legos and then be like, well, see, look on eBay, it's worth $60. Like, no, you have to have cashed it out for.
Yeah. Are you
whatever
selling
that is.
any Lego sets? And can I get a discount?
That would be really awesome. Yeah.
Specifically
$50.
interested in
I'll
Back to the Future.
make $16. So $50 is what you got, and you have to cash it back out.
I already know exactly what I'm going to invest it in.
Do you?
Yep.
Are you going to tell me, or are you?
Am I allowed to?
I mean, am I going to also? I could just invest in that thing also, and
that would be really dumb.
Yeah. Let's establish some point brackets. So if one of us is first off, ties obviously, or ties are no good. We should establish if you have made more than 10% of the other person, then you get 1 point. Or no, sorry, within 10% of the other person, you get 1 point. You get 2 points between like 10 and 20%, and then 3 for 20% plus.
I would go more aggressive than that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's do 50% plus.
50% plus is 3 points.
How about a point per percent?
No.
That would give you room to make a comeback. So
That's true. Yeah.
and a point per percent that you gained, or a percent difference from the gains
Over
of
the
the
other
other
person.
individual. So if you
'Cause,
lost
like,
money,
I may lose money. Yeah.
Okay.
And you could stay the same, and you'd be double mine. So.
okay, so we're gonna say 0 to 5% is 1 point, and then 5 to 20% is 2 points, and then we'll do
20 plus.
Yeah, 20 plus is 3 points.
I love it.
Cool. I have that written down. Awesome.
I don't know if I know what I'm doing yet.
Am I allowed to say what I'm doing?
No, keep it to yourself.
Okay.
We'll talk about it this time next week.
And we will be
I'm gonna do
here
that.
this time next week. I have no conflicts. Ooh. I do have a conflict.
This time, 2 weeks from now. We'll figure it out.
It might not be a conflict.
I'll do a solo. I'll do a solo cast.
No, not until, because it goes till 7 or 7:30 is when this starts, so it should be fine.
Yeah.
My time.
It would be funny to have me pre-record with the green background where I'm talking to myself though the entire time. That would be
And it's like our most viewed, like everybody's on there. Like it's on
might
like
be. It'd
the
be pretty
Tonight
weird.
Show.
Oh god.
Maybe if you do it right, if you execute it right. Sorry for wearing the hat. I promise to ship you yours. And I can't wait
It
till
might
episode
by
10.
the time we do it, we might be in Vegas, honestly. If we that might be timed roughly the right time. You may not have to ship it.
Let me math it out. This is episode 7, and then 8, and then 9.
Mm-hmm.
10 is 4, but if we skip one between now and the 4th, then we could make
Yeah.
the 11th the 10th. Just make sure your
I like
flight's
it.
early.
On Tuesday, Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll let me check in early. I already checked with
Sweet.
my casino host.
I'm gonna need to get into a lounge, so if you can hook me up
I
with
do
that.
have a lounge. They have a lounge for me there, so we're good.
Love it. For you.
Free coffee and
Just
water.
says Josh on
Just
the door. Like, all right, I think you're right. The credit cards are pretty awesome. All right, let's do our closing compliments, and I'm willing to start if you'd like me to.
I would like for you to start.
All right. I will say my compliment. I think it's a compliment. It's kind of a thank you as well for bringing me along to Vegas. I'm pretty excited about it overall. I've obviously never been there, and I've wanted to go. So my compliment is appreciate your generosity bringing me to Vegas.
Don't thank me yet, because it could be the beginning of the end for you. So.
All right, that's fair.
And I, in a similar vein, appreciate your open-mindedness to going, and the perpetual open-mindedness throughout the trip that I'm proactively preparing you for by saying that it's going to be different. than what I think you think it's going to be, but we'll try and
I don't
keep
think it will
I'll
be.
try and keep it as PG-13 as I can for you.
Like, the only thing is I just don't drink. Like, that's pretty much it. Like, I don't really care about anything else.
There's a
You
lot
say
more
that
that
now.
goes on in Vegas that you don't do, I promise.
I'm
Than
not
just
saying there's
drinking.
not. I'm just saying, like, who gives a shit? Like, anybody can do whatever they want. I'm just not going to partake.
Cool. Fun
I
times.
love it. What are those elephants?
No, it's
In the
a
chat?
it's a donk. It's like a little it's a guy's ass.
Hmm.
It's just like it's I don't know. Twitch is a whole new generation of
I
memes.
don't understand Twitch.
I know. It's okay.
I've tried.
We're boomers.
I guess
Right in the middle. Cool. That's it, man. That's an hour and a half.
Bye.
That's like
That's it.
we are
Spot
so
on.
consistent with the timing, and we
It's
don't
kinda
even plan
bizarre.
for it.
I know. It's kind of impressive.
I love it. I'm glad to be back at this again. I'm sorry we were a few weeks off, but we will continue this in perpetuity until I don't know. I go broke, I guess.
Or we get kicked
Which
off
might
the
be
air.
sooner rather than later. Or yeah, we had enough copyright strikes.
No. Could happen.
Cool. Appreciate you hanging out with us, Roku, and your commentary. Albeit some of it I didn't necessarily follow, but I tried.
We did our best.
We did our best. I hope you all have a wonderful night.
I also hope that for you.
Okay, bye. So like intense.